Hey y'all, we're at Project Inside Hope. What we're doing is we are giving y'all some hope. Let you know that there is a way of life out here on the streets. You know what I mean? You don't gotta sit in there and wonder whether or not you're gonna do good or not. Like, we're here to show you that you can do good on the street. Alright, so what we're gonna do, first we're gonna go around the room, introduce everybody say where they're from or where they were locked up at and stuff like that. So we'll start to my left.
I'm Ashley, I'm an addict.
Hey Ashley.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I was locked up in Riverside Regional.
Alright.
I'm Cricket, and I've been locked up all over the place. But namely, if y'all are watching this, I've been locked up in that jail, except for Chesterfield. Everywhere else though.
I'm Kurt, I'm an addict. I've been to Richmond, Rappahannock, and I did most of my time in Hanover. So how y'all doing? No pod.
I'm Christine, and I'm an addict.
Hey.
I'm from East End, I guess. I was locked up in Henrico West.
I'm James, I'm an addict.
James.
From Chesapeake, Virginia. I was locked up in Chesapeake City Jail and Virginia Beach City Jail.
Alright. Now that we got the pleasantries out the way. So I was thinking about, like, when I was walking up here, what we could do this on. And being what's going on right now in my life, I feel like I should do it on responsibility. Because for the longest time, I didn't have any responsibilities at all. I didn't care. I didn't even, I didn't want to do anything that would benefit my life. All I wanted to do was get high, run the streets. I thought my life consisted of going to jail, getting locked up, overdosing, and like robbing people, stealing, just lying, like all the things that we do as addicts on a daily basis, And, so we're gonna do it on responsibility. I'll go last, because I got some shit that I can share. But we're gonna start with James over here to the right. So what would you say you have gained in like the time that you've been clean since your last relapse? Like, how much more responsibility have you been given, and like, are you actually living up to it?
Well, I got a full-time job that I actually hold down, and I've kept. Haven't took a day off work, even with being sick, like real sick, and I manage my money well. I pay my phone bills, pay whatever I gotta pay. Just one step at a time, doing good.
So what do you what would you have done in the past, given responsibility? Like, say somebody put some trust in you and gave you a key to the building or something like that. Like, what would you have done in the past, given that?
I would have shit.
You know what you would have done. Boys on TV know too.
I would have been. Yeah, I'm gonna look for anything worth value. Oh shit. Or trying, chasing the dragon, trying to chase the next high. Anything and everything I could do.
And you didn't care whether it hurt anybody's feelings, whether you hurt the ones you loved or anything, did you?
Oh no, I'm gonna deal with that later. That would be my mindset.
Yeah. Reality is we wouldn't even deal with it later. We'd still be high.
Oh yeah. I would just ran from it.
Yeah. So you face your feelings today.
Oh yeah.
Face your problems.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, but gotta do what I gotta do.
That's a big part of responsibility, though, being able to face your problems and everything, like head on, and not, running away from them. Like, to me, that's the biggest responsibility you can have nowadays.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So.
Life on life's terms.
Hey, Christine.
Hi, Kurt. Responsibility. That is something I've never done in my life, ever. It's like I'm just learning how to be an adult, and I'm not even really one, for real. People trust me. Like, my parents believe me when I say I need money and I need it for this. Like, that never happens. They've never trusted me. I have court tomorrow and I'm going. Like, yeah, right? I've got like 3 cases.
I know, that's right.
Man, it's just like, you can do this. Like, I'm enjoying life. I'm not running away from everything. only worried about one thing. All I cared about was getting high for a long time. Most of my life. Like, I was clean until I turned 11. Like, for real.
It's a lot of our stories. So what are you doing different this time around?
I'm
Sure, have
trying.
you ever tried to get clean before?
Not through a 12-step program. I just did abstinence, and like I did the same thing and expected different results. And this time, like, I followed any suggestion given. Well, not all of them, the rest of them.
Yeah.
I tried. I tried.
And your life's going good now.
I'm happy.
Even though you're facing court tomorrow, like, you're still happy.
I'm happy.
That's
And
right.
like, I'm gonna go to jail. If I do go to jail, I won't be sick. Like, like, I wake up every day and I'm not worried about how I'm gonna get my fix. Like, who am I gonna have to steal from, fuck today, or manipulate? Like, it's a big feeling.
Yeah, it's real shit. It's a real good feeling.
Yeah.
When we can finally take the drugs out the equation and like watch our lives change and like watch us mold into like actual human beings, you know?
Productive members of society.
Productive members of society, that's right. Hell yeah.
I'm Ashley.
Hey.
This is my third time in treatment. And every other time, my first time, my probation officer sent me. A second time, I wanted to get out of jail. This time, I came on my own. And I really need this. And, so I'm actually trying. Responsibility. I've always been responsible, but I don't know. I just spend my money on fucking drugs. I mean, I don't know. I'm really bad at talking, so.
So what do you think is different this time that you're trying? What compared to what you were doing? Like how
I
much
want it.
you want it?
I want it.
And so what are you
Anybody
doing
else wants it.
to get it?
I got a sponsor today. I'm in an intensive house. I'm staying there. I'm staying here for about 6 months. Going to meetings, doing everything I have to. Listening. I'm listening to what people have to say. I'm not just acting like I'm listening. Interaction with other people, taking people's suggestions, taking people's advice, especially people with a lot of clean time.
That's what
I
we
want
gotta
that. I want that.
do. So you're latching on to people who got what you want and taking their suggestions. Because that's how we do it, man. Like, we don't do this on our own. I've tried every other time. I'm sure everyone else here has too. I've tried every which way from Sunday to quit this thing or beat this thing, outthink this thing. It never fucking works. Never works. So what do you think, what are your goals now that you're getting clean and you are taking suggestions and moving forward?
To stay clean, to get a job, to get my life together, to get my family back, and stay out of jail.
Those are good goals.
Yeah.
Those are real good goals.
Get my grandma's trust back fully.
Once you start doing good, all that trust will eventually come back.
Yeah.
You know, it really does. So just keep up the good work and everything will come with it. All the blessings will come. Cricket! Hey, buddy! Responsibility, brah.
Responsibilities. I've been neglecting mine for the past couple months, but you know, I just got back around here. This is like my 5th day clean, and before that I ran for like 3.5 months, and I mean, like, you know, anybody just living life like ours know that when you're ripping and running, you know, the only responsibility you have is to the dope man or to, you know, your disease of addiction or whatever you got, you know. But I mean, basically, Kurt, I just put like my whole life that I had built, which, you know, for those of y'all that know me know, I built a pretty decent life when I was clean for the last 15 months. But I basically put that in the garbage can. For real, I mean, I lost almost everything that I gained, especially the trust and the respect and the admiration and the love. You know, I lost a lot of shit in the last couple months. But, I'm like Ashley, like right now, you know, I'm just trying to stay clean, latch on to some people that I know are good for me in my life, and stay the hell away from the bad.
That's fine. So what do you think made you go back out, man? Did you neglect something in your program?
Did I neglect something? I neglected everything, man. All right, so they tell us, like, see, I work this 12-step program, and they tell us to get a sponsor, which is somebody who has walked in my shoes or similar shoes and is now doing something different. All right, I stopped talking to him. They also tell us to work steps. We got this, you know, we got these, it's a 12-step program. We got 12 steps that we're supposed to work. I had stopped working them. I mean, I just stopped working them. I never opened the book. I had just got to where I just wasn't doing nothing with my step work. They tell us to attend meetings regularly. I did not do that. I was going to my home group, which is one night a week, and, you know, maybe I'd catch another meeting, you know, somewhere in there. But, like, what I really, like, stopped doing that I was doing on a regular basis was talking to, like, God. I had stopped praying. And, you know, I've had a lot of time to reflect on it, and I have talked to some people, you know, in my network, and basically, like, it all makes sense now. I stopped talking to God because I was doing this sneaking around shit, man. I was harboring some secrets. It wasn't real bad secrets. They were little secrets, but they were still secrets. And I'm sure, you know, you can attest, like, once you live the good life and, you know, build up a practice of being honest and open-minded and willing and all that shit, and then you start sneaking and keeping secrets, you just feel dirty as shit, man. I didn't even want to talk to God. You know, I was so fucked up over it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got out of a long-term relationship and immediately got into a brand new relationship with someone 13 years younger than me who I love. But it was a rough time, and I had to focus a whole lot of energy on getting over my old relationship and building this new one. That I neglected all those things that we just talked about.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden one day, boom, I pulled up in a driveway at one of the recovery houses for the foundation that I work for, and I just said, you know, I'm gonna get out of there.
It just quick.
It snuck up on me. I was having a beautiful day. I was making plenty of money, and, you know, I was basically living better than I ever have in my whole life, and, like, it snuck up on me. But in hindsight, I realized it snuck up on me because I wasn't working the program.
Yeah.
That they tell me I can't fail if I work.
Yeah. It does, man. Like, when I relapsed, my responsibilities, like Cricket said, like, you know, to the dope man was like trying to find a way to get to the dope man, like trying to find a way to get to the rigs, like all these things just to get high and everything. Like, I didn't care about anything or anyone. If you were in my path, get the fuck out my way. Like, for real, like, I would rob people, I'd fight them, like, and I would do crazy shit, man, you know. And then when I didn't have my drug of choice, you know, I'm just switching drugs, you know. I'm just drinking until I'm so drunk where I'm not feeling the withdrawal, but it's making it 100 times worse. Don't even know why I was doing it, you know. And, like, I would always be willing. I would not say willing, because I definitely wasn't willing to quit, obviously. I couldn't quit, you know what I mean? I wanted to quit, but I was so caught up in the grips, like, I couldn't do anything about it, man. Like, go through withdrawals, no. My story, I've never gotten clean on the street. Every time I go hard, I get locked up. And that's my life, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, like, that's what I thought my life was gonna consist of. I was gonna spend the rest of my life in prison, and I was okay with that. Like, that's the fucking screwed up part of this thing, man. Like, I was okay with sitting in prison for the rest of my life. I had 3 hots and a cot, could get drugs in there. Like, and go figure, a drug addict like me, I'd go through jail, get clean, you know, get over the dope sick, and the drugs would be there, and I usually wouldn't even do them in jail. I'd wait till I get out and fucking I get high. Like, it was crazy, because, like, I would want to stop. And I'd get locked up and I'd want to stop and I'd be sitting there, you know, I'm gonna do this different, I'm gonna do this different. And then as soon as I walk through those doors, all that shit I left behind in the jail. Like, fucking fifth later, you know, drinking. As soon as I start drinking, smoking, as soon as I start smoking, I'm going to shoot some dope, smoke some crack, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I go hard. But like today, the things I'm doing about responsibility, like, man, my life today is not perfect. Like, I'm gotta go to court too, you know, next month, and they're trying to give me some time, you know, and I'll have 9 months clean. I'll probably have a year clean, granted I keep doing what I'm doing by the time I go to sentencing, and they still trying to give me time, you know, but it's like, I'm happy today. You know, I go through things, and, you know, I go through feelings. Like today, I'm working, I'm starting this business and everything, and, you know, things are going good, but it's like I get up there, and I'm just, you know, something goes wrong, and it just makes my day pissed off, and then I get in my feelings and stuff, and like I gotta remember like the gratitude. Like as soon as I start losing my gratitude, that's when everything goes to hell, you know? Sorry, God. Sick. So, like, even though today things are going wrong, like the responsibility I have today, like, you know, that's why I sit outside, like, I work till 12 o'clock if I have to get this job done because somebody already paid me. Like, and he told me, you know, how much percent are you guaranteed to get the job done tomorrow? I was like, 100%. You know what I mean? And so, like, I have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, this is something, like, that will make my business grow, and, like, more opportunities will come out of this. I just gotta put in some work. Sucks, but you know what? I mean, hard work, the payoff is amazing, man. Like, in my responsibilities today, mostly is to keep myself in recovery, do my step work, call my sponsor, stay in touch with my network, go to my home group, go to service, you know, be of service and stuff. Like, all those things that they tell you to do when you come to the rooms of narcotics and whatever. And, you know, all these things they tell us to do, like, they tell us for a fucking reason. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. Like, it works. You know what I mean? I do these videos every day on my phone, on Facebook Live, and like, you know, I don't do it just to, you know, get my face out there. Like, I do it because I want people to see, like, hey, look at me, look at this, like, read this, like, listen to this, like, you don't have to go through this pain, like, you can fucking stop using, you can have a good life, you can be happy, you can be successful, like, all these things. Like, I mean, I don't want to use you, but, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use an example. Like, I seen Cricket like prosper out here. Like, I wanted what Cricket had. You know, when I relapsed and came back, like, he was doing good. You know what I mean? And I was like, hell yeah, dude. His recovery's on 1,000. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And so I did that. And then, you know, like he said, like, as soon as we get complacent and forget to do something in our program, that's when that shit'll sneak up on you. Like, literally, it'll sneak up on you, man. When I relapsed, it didn't sneak up on me till like 4 months after my mom died, you know? And I just literally, one day was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get high, you know? And then I overdosed, you know? I got locked back up, faced more charges. But, you know, it's a learning experience. If you can take the negative experiences and the positive experiences and look at them in a positive way, you can learn from any situation and grow from any situation that you're put through, negative or positive. You know what I mean? So we have to do this thing, man. Like, life's good. Like, life is beautiful. Like, it's beautiful weather outside today. It's like, it's a good day, you know? And raise your hand if you're clean today. You know what I'm saying? There's 5 people right here who haven't used today. Now, you tell me that's a fucking miracle, because it is. Like, that really is a miracle. Like, anytime we come to these 12-step programs and you see all these addicts sitting around, that's a fucking miracle. Like, even if it's just for 1 hour. If they go get high afterwards, all right, well, they stay clean for 1 hour. I remember I couldn't stay clean for 1 minute. You know? I put the one in me and I'll be already thinking about how I'm gonna get the next one. You know what I mean? Man, this disease is insidious. It'll It'll sneak up on you, man. It'll lay a trap, and man, I've seen it happen so many times. Seen so many of my friends dead now. A lot of them are in prison. Like I literally, like they tell people this will help me a lot. They say this changed people, places, and things. So that's exactly what I did. I stopped hanging out with all of my friends. In my life, I surround myself with people in recovery. Like it's all I did. When I relapsed, I reached out to an old friend. Go figure, people play with things every fucking time. Cause I knew he was probably getting high still, or and I called him.
You knew where to get it. You knew the playground and new playmates.
Exactly, man. It's like, I'm telling you, man, I wish y'all can like see this thing through my head, like, that way you wouldn't have to go through it, but, everybody's got their own path to follow, to go through. So, let's see, what is going on in your lives today that means the most to you? I think that's a good thing. We'll start with you.
Ashley at recovery. Right now. I gotta focus on me. In my recovery.
That's right.
No boyfriend, no girlfriend, no, job, nothing. Like, I gotta work on myself.
Yeah. And like, as you do that, you'll get all that trust back that you were trying to get, man.
I'll get my family. I'll get
that stuff will come. If you can't take care of number one, you can't take care of number two. You know what I mean? Cricket?
I got to spend some time with my kids today, and I got 5-year-old twin boys. I got to spend some time with them today. That was pretty cool, because like when I'm using, I still spend time with them, but I don't like be there mentally. So I was able to do that today and enjoy it. That was pretty good. But like the best thing that I got going in my life, is that what it is? That's the question. I guess, like love from people in our network, man. Like, the last couple months I was out there, I had went back to that little isolation ball. My world was so small, man. I just thought that, I was all alone again. But the truth is, man, just like my disease of addiction is sitting there waiting on my ass to fuck up, my network of good recovery people was sitting there waiting on me to get my shit together the whole time. So, like this week, y'all showed me a whole lot of love. I'm telling you, that's the only reason why I'm here. And I'm like, because I was scared. We get out there and our Z's tell us, man, people ain't gonna fuck with you no more. And they gonna talk shit about you. And of course, they will talk shit about you, but
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, the truth is, man, that, the real people out here, man, they love you. And they want you to do good. So, matter of fact, we went out to dinner last night.
Had a good time.
That was pretty cool, man. We had a lot of fun, And I had $20 that I could spend on fucking dinner.
Go, bro. Tell me.
This fucking skibo didn't get that 20, So that was pretty cool.
That's right, man. We do love you, man. I've been waiting for you to come back, man. What about you, James? What's up, bud?
What's up, bud?
What's your favorite thing going on right now? The best thing in your life right now?
Man, that I can actually like talk to my family, not about like borrowing money or some bullshit like that. I like going to work, man. It like keeps me occupied, keeps me from using, my recovery. I got a fucking awesome recovery network going on. Good foundation of my life. Just doing the right thing, next right thing.
Hell yeah. That's how we get it, man.
Hell yeah.
Doing the next right thing for the next right reason, man. And when nobody's looking. That's the piece right there.
Yes,
like, you come into the forefront and like look good, like you're doing good for other people, but like when you go behind closed doors and no one's around you, that's when the test is. That's when you need to still do the right
I
thing.
get tempted when that happens, man, but, fight through it, come out successful.
You can make it through anything. Listen, if you can get clean and you can make it through your emotions clean, like you can make it through anything clean.
Oh, yeah.
Like you really can. And then when you look back at it, it's like, damn, that wasn't even that bad. Like feelings pass, like they really do. Like I feel like shit sometimes, like really like not wanting to do anything, just wanting to give up all this work, like, but for what? To go back to the way I was living? Fuck no. You can have that shit.
That shit. Never again, man, for real. Hopefully.
This ain't worth it, man. And once you get a taste of the good life, you know, once you try something different and, you know, start succeeding at it, you fucking miserable going back to the old life anyway.
Yeah. Like, cause I came to this recovery foundation, I left, you know, I was back out there for a couple months and like, no part about it was fucking any good, like, no fun, anything.
No.
At least that.
So once you taste that, man, like when I relapsed, man, dude, I literally was like on the way to the dope, man, like in tears, crying my eyes out. Cause I was like, man, I know this is wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. And you know, my mom passed away, so like, this song came on the radio on Positive Hits, and like, man, I'm talking, man, I was bawling like a baby. Like I was turning like I tricked my little brother into driving me down to where I needed to go, you know? And I'm turning to the window so he can't see me and everything, cause he just started crying too, because of the song that came on, and like, I went down there and got the drugs, and like, I literally was crying, shooting myself up. I was like, dude, this is not right. And then once that liquid courage, my heroin got in me, it was off to the races. Like, I wasn't even dope sick, and I was thinking I was dope sick the next day. The first time I got high, I was like, man, I'm dope. I gotta get some more. I'm gonna be dope sick tomorrow.
I didn't feel like shit, man.
For real. That's real shit right there. Like, I was scared to death to do my first. I thought, like, you know, like, if I do this, I might overdose, man, but I didn't give a fuck. Like, that seed was planted and I was gonna do it, you know. And like, I was the same way, like, the next day, I was like, I'm feeling shitty, man. Like, you know, what the fuck? This is a fucking head game, man, for real.
Mental.
What's the best thing in your life right now?
The relationship I have with myself.
That's good. That's a good one. Hell yeah. Y'all hear that? That's what you need to get right there.
That's a good shit.
And my HP, man, he's funny, he's entertaining, but I love him. And my family and my sponsor, like, and I have people that actually, like, are my friends that don't want me for what I can do for them.
That's right.
Like, it's crazy.
All I want for you is to like prosper and be clean and like be you. You know what I mean?
Like, life is so good. So good.
It only gets better too, trust me. It really does. It gets so much better. I can't even begin to talk on that. It's awesome. I'm running out of questions, man. I'm obsessing right now over work. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta get that done. But, you know, this dude at a meeting shared last night, and he said, you know, use the, because, you know, our disease is rooted in self-centered fear, insecurities, and obsessive compulsive disorder, and like, so use that obsession and everything for positive, you know, so that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm using that in a positive note to better my life, you know what I mean? But I make sure, since I do that, I still balance my recovery and my work life and my personal life and my relationship life. Like, I have to balance all these things, and at times that shit's hard, because I do a lot out here, like, I really do, and I don't do it for recognition. I do it because I want to, and it makes me feel good. You know what I mean? And that's why I come here. Like, I left work to come here to do this for y'all. Like, because I know how it is. Like, we all know how it is in there. And, you know, I used to be that motherfucker in the mail line, knowing damn well I ain't getting no mail every day. I'm, hey, you got something for me? Hey, you got something for me? No, Dixon, we ain't got nothing for you. Damn. Knowing damn well I ain't getting no mail, you know what I mean? So that's why I come here, man. Hell yeah. And like today, like, this is crazy, because I know for a fact, like today, if I get locked up when I go to court, man, I probably won't be able to bat off the mail with a tennis racket. For real, dude.
very true.
Oh my God. And even if I don't, I'll be okay with myself, like you said, like having a good relationship with yourself, like being okay with you in your own skin, being able to look in the mirror and be like,
Make eye contact.
I love you. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can make eye contact. Man, life's good, y'all. It really is. Alright, so let's see. Let's try and get deep real quick.
Well, I'm tripping over what James told me right before we started filming, man. About our friend, the OD. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just real, motherfuckers OD all the time. But it's like now, so many people are getting high off dope and shit that it ain't no longer just, motherfuckers in the newspaper and on the news ODing. It's people we know, motherfuckers OD. They died and shit, and
It's like-
they in comas and shit.
And it's like when I hear about shit like that now, like it saddens me, but it doesn't like shock me anymore.
Right.
It's messed up because like I've lost so many friends to this addiction, and I've seen so many people go out and like, I run one of these houses and like people come in there high, like I gotta kick them out, and like that feeling, like I remember the first time I had to kick somebody out for getting high. Man, I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world because I was like, where are they gonna go? What if they die? What if they go, overdose and shit? And that's not for us to worry about. You know what I mean? Like this disease kills people. So like when somebody close to me or that I know overdoses, like I look at it like, it may be fucked up, but I look at it like, damn, like that's not gonna be me. Like that makes me, it gives me a reminder of what's waiting every time someone passes by.
Some people have to die so others can live.
Yes, it's the truth. And God does things. My higher power is God. He does things that we can't explain, but it's not for us to explain or understand. And like hindsight, after it happens, like we may understand it. Like I truly believe that when my mom passed, she left some of her with me. Like, and part of the reason I'm doing so good is because she gave her life for me, basically. Like, and like as long as I think like that, like I'm gonna do all right. Like I'm gonna be okay. Like mom's got my back. She got me in there with God. Cause literally when she passed, I immediately went from I believe in God and all that to why would you do this to after everything, I see why you did this. Cause I became closer with my higher power as a result of it. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it now. But anybody got anything they want to share?
It gets better.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it definitely
Just
give it a
try.
shot.
It does get better, man. And look like motherfucker like us, man, with the monkey on our back and shit. Like, the monkey don't go nowhere. The monkey's still on your back. But the longer we do good and try to live a different way, like we're supposed to live, and don't steal and don't lie and don't cheat and don't break into people's houses and don't sell drugs, and if we're doing what we're supposed to do, the monkey just gets smaller and smaller because you're not feeding his ass. But then if we slip up like I did, he start gaining weight and shit again. It's harder to get clean, but the only thing I like to say is just don't give up. First of all, believe in yourself. And I know that sounds like Greek right now to some of y'all, but if you can't believe in yourself, believe in Kurt, believe in these guys. Find somebody that's to live your life and is now living a different life, living better, and latch on to them, like Ashley said, latch on and let them teach you how to live, and just don't give up. If you fuck up, dust that shit off, keep moving.
It's like, let me use one of the sayings my girl says all the time. You probably heard it. She says, I know what to do, to stay clean and everything, and to be an adult, but I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Like, and that's what our sponsor and our network is for, to show us how to live life. You know what I mean? And be productive members of society. And sometimes for some people it comes really quick, for some people it comes slow. you know? But the point is, like, if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, like, man, the sky's the limit. As long as you don't put that first one in you, you still have a fighting chance. As soon as you get high, all hope goes out the window, you know, at least for me, because I'm back to square one and feeling worthless and like everybody hates me, like, you know, in all reality they love me, you know, they're just waiting. And the reason, like, it seems like that, like, because we don't reach out, you know what I mean? When we're getting high, we don't reach out to the people who are doing good because we don't want them to know, we isolate. And like, they're not going to reach out to us like talking about it either because, you know, we don't want, if you're doing good, you know, why am I going to reach out and jump straight in the pit with them when I'm not even that far removed yet? You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard, man. It really is. Like, I love to help people all the time. Like, that's like one of the things I love doing, and my mom passed that on to me because she loved helping people. But there's a fine line. Like, I'm not gonna jump down in the pit with you because I mean, I ain't, like I said, I'm not that far removed. I'm just one bad decision away. That's it. You know? And the way I stay clean, like, I got a home group, got a sponsor, I do steps, I go to service, and I build a network. You know? Those 5 things will keep you clean. And go to meetings and suggestions. Like,
Yeah.
I promise.
I thought I would never get clean, man. I thought I was gonna shoot up to the day I died. And like, I gave recovery a shot. I mean, granted, I have relapsed a few times, but I definitely kept coming back. Gave it a shot, and it works, man. I mean, it's not just a bunch of bullshit they feed you about recovery. I mean, it fucking works, for real.
It does.
I used to be a hopeless dope fiend, now I'm a dopeless hope fiend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm telling you. Look, if y'all for real, if you can't relate with anybody, what everybody's saying right now, relate to this. I've been to 5 rehabs. I've been TDO'd in a psych ward 3 times. I've spent 6 years of my life behind bars. From 18, it's not counting juvie. Like, the past 15 years of my life has been shooting dope, smoking weed, getting drunk, partying, overdose. I've overdosed 7 times. Like, and here I am coming up on 9 months clean. Like, dude, if that don't give you hope, like, I mean, come on. Like, I'm serious. Like, y'all don't have to fucking die. I mean, sometimes I get in it, I don't like, I don't know, some of y'all sitting there in the back row like, these motherfuckers. Yeah, this ain't cool. Yeah, I did, damn right.
They're faking it.
Yeah, you know? But come in here, give it a try, man, for real. Like, don't knock until you've tried it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Try it for a year, and if you don't, at the end of the year, you say nothing has changed, then that's up to you.
That's
Try
right.
it.
Hell yeah. She coming right out of me, I'm telling you, man.
She got a good sponsor.
Yeah, I hear it all the
She's
time.
rubbing off on her, man.
I'm the best prodigy she ever had.
That's awesome.
Actually, have
Do
you
your
got
thing,
a
man.
sponsor
Shit.
yet?
Got one today.
Cool.
Jesse.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Make sure you call her.
Oh yeah, she's making me fucking call her every day, but I don't care.
No, you want to call.
I know I do, because she's cool as a bitch.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Half the time I don't want to call my sponsor, but I do. You know what I mean? Because
They tell us to. It's what the program tells us.
It's
to do.
suggested.
It works.
And like, even if it's just to be like, hey, what's up? I'm having a good day. All right, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just call. You get in a habit. So I always share this. I'm always like, all right, so, you know, your brain, you always, you know, you thought, drug, thought, drug, thought, drug. All right, so let's change it. And you do thought, phone, thought, phone, thought, phone. So eventually, instead, when you think, instead of going to the drugs, your first thought and your first reaction is going to be picking up that phone. And that's why they tell us to call people whenever anything's going on, like anything. You know what I mean? Like, because it builds that, it like gets rid of this pathway and strengthens this pathway. You know what I mean? Our brain is crazy. And I mean, that's where our disease is in. It's in our head, like it really is. And it's a mental disease, man. And, you know, like my dad's got cancer. If he doesn't take it, he's got cancer, diabetes, Like, if he doesn't take his insulin and stuff or take his medications, like, he'll die. So if we don't take our medication, which is the steps, meetings, network, calling people, like, doing the right thing, we'll die. You know, it may not happen right away, but I promise you, you're gonna die. You know, if you keep living the way you're living, you're gonna die.
Or spend the rest of your life in places like where y'all at.
Yeah, that's right. But so yeah, that's what's gonna happen, man. Like, y'all do this thing, man, for real.
Try it.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
You know. Anybody else got anything to say?
That's my case.
Not good. All right, y'all. So look, this is Project Inside Hope. We're at 2300 Dumbarton Road. This is the Mission Foundation, and what we do is we do this to bring y'all some hope, man, and let y'all see that there's people just like y'all out here, and we're getting it. Like, so if you want some of this, if you want to try it, come on over when you get out, and I promise you'll find nothing but love, man. So come on and get some of this, man. Like, you would never regret it. I've never met any addict who's gotten clean ever regret getting clean.
Mm-hmm.
Never, you know?
But regret it every time they relapse.
Yup. Yup. Well, all right, y'all. I love y'all, man. We gonna do the serenity prayer real quick. Hopefully they'll get this to y'all. I'm all dirty, y'all. Sorry.
Hold on.
Hold up. You wanna take us out, Cricket?
Yeah, we got us through the day and hopefully get us through tomorrow.
God, grant us the serenity to accept things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Just for the day. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. You die if you don't. So work it and live. Work it and live, y'all.